Hi, Joolsey here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. I am so sorry about the last video. I'm not quite sure what I did. I think it was when I did a close-up of what I was working on. I didn't bring it back out again, so part of the video, the majority of the video was totally out of focus and off camera. I tried to edit it, but I did manage to get the stencil in on, but it was a bit jumpy, so I do apologise. But hopefully I've got it right now. So what we've done so far was I've put some pockets in, and I made some tags. So we've got a little pocket there. This one you've seen, we made a little notebook, and it's just coffee dyed paper, and I just stapled it at the top. I just used some of the digital kit, and that just sits nicely in that pocket. We worked on that. We've still got quite a bit to do. I've got some lace to put on the edges. I found some travel stamps. I know they're nothing to do with Cyprus, but it's pack light to go further. It's the United States. There's the Big Ben, the Eiffel Tower, plane and clouds. So I made a pocket. All I did was I made it out of the, the cut off bits that when I shortened the paper to make it a TN style. Oh, that was just a bit of washi tape I found. Trying to think, we've already done that on video. Right, I did show this on the last one. So this, I printed some of the digital kit on vellum, but instead of cutting it off, I bent it over and made a pocket. So I made a little envelope, and I have stitched it. That was out of some travel paper, Life's Journey by K Creations that I found. I've had it for years. I had an envelope, as you can see, and I just put that in the middle, and then I had some more of the map paper, so I just made two little envelopes. It's just for keeping bits and pieces that I pick up along my journey. That was the one that we did, so I quite liked it on the coffee dyed paper next to that part of the digital. It's nice and green. I like the greens and the pinks. I stitched that one in. I stitched it at the top. I didn't stitch it at the bottom, reason being my sewing machine's just one of those little tiny ones now. I don't have my great big Toyota. I just have a little light one that cost about £50. So I didn't want to risk going over the grout, but I quite like that there. We did the pockets. I have done some library cards and things, and they will go as a freebie, but I'm trying to work out how to do them as a freebie for everybody. There's envelopes and things. In fact, what I'll do is I'll show you them here. So that's an envelope. There's tabs. There's a library card. That's one that I was cutting out because I'm going to use. That's part of the digital. There is some others. No, can't find them. Give me 2 seconds. No, I must have put them somewhere, but there is another freebie. I think there's 3 freebies altogether. So I think we will be using some of that. And that's just some bits of cardboard that I've saved, scrounged from wherever. So we will do that envelope, and it's just, I don't know whether you can see it. The other one that I've done is I've done some bigger library cards, and I've done them 3 different colours. I've done some journaling cards, and that, when it's cut, will fit in there quite nicely. The reason I printed it off again, because I didn't print it off right, so I had to move everything on my paper, and I started cutting out the envelope. So that's that. We did that. That's Aphrodite. What I'm wanting to do is make a pocket. I don't know whether to make it on and facing that way. I think I will actually. I'm not sure where to put it yet, so we'll put her there. The other pocket we did, we could put that there, because I think that is part of that, the map piece of crumbling building from Greece or Cyprus. Yeah, I think we'll put that there. Obviously I'm not wanting to use up all these, because I do want to do some writing. So I think this is what we'll work on first. Right, so I'll put my clip on here so I know where it goes. Right, so, and what I have decided to do a pamphlet stitch on this. Either that or do 2 signatures, because it's getting really big. So I'm just going to ink around the edges. But first of all, I'm going to find the middle so that I can put well, this has been playing up. Yeah, it's playing up. Don't worry if it gets stuck, just poke it back down with a pair of scissors. I think I need to sharpen it really. But I did use it on some damp glued paper. So I think that's what's blunted it a little bit. Right, so this is going to go here. So we'll just and I still haven't found my wee tiny nib to go on the top of my glue. To be quite honest, I haven't had time to look. We're getting busy at the moment. We're just trying to sort some bits and pieces out. We've got a PCR test to go tomorrow. I'm trying to work out what I'm taking craft-wise to Cyprus. My husband says, what about your clothes? I says, I can just take a couple of outfits and just wash them as long as I can craft. He just shook his head at me. So we're both kind of in holiday mode at the moment. Well, we're supposed to be going on Saturday, as long as everything, the PCR tests come back negative and nothing else changes. Right, put a bit more glue on this. I will stitch these, but I'll stitch them off camera because obviously I want to wait till they've dried. So there we've got a nice pocket there. So as I said, it is starting to get a little bit chunky. I do have some lace that I want to put on the edges. And I will carry on. I will go through this. Not sure whether it daily on while I'm in Cyprus, but I will show you bits and pieces that I'm sticking in, photographs, things like that. Because one of the things I found hard when I wanted to make a travel journal, there wasn't what I was looking for. It you know, it shows you how to make one, but it didn't fit what I wanted. That's why I made my own digital kit, and just I wanted one that covered all countries, that you could use anytime. As I say, there's USA and everything. And on this one now I've got some, a pocket with Paris and London and things like that. So I'll bring this in. I also put a pocket in here, and I did tighten up the elastic because the elastic was starting to get slack. These are just envelopes that I've had for ages that I've taken on holiday, and I before I go I'll just fill them with some stamps and things like that. But when I put this in here, I think it does need a pamphlet stitch on it to keep it in. And you can see it's getting quite, and I don't want it too chunky, but by the time I come home from Cyprus it will be kind of chunky because we'll have bits and pieces in there. So what I will do is I'll do the pamphlet stitch. Now what I usually do is I do clip it, and I've got a big clip here. And that should keep that straight. Now this is just bits and pieces that I've packed away to take with me, inks, lace, but I am using this lace. Now it's 8, so if I put one at 4, one at 6. If it's not exact, I'm not going to cry over it. Now that's not right through because I didn't want to stick it into my table. That one's right through. That one's right through, as you can see. It doesn't have to be a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, it's just that that one's right through. Just watch your fingers, Julie. Won't be the first time I've spiked myself. Now I should have needles in here, yeah. And obviously this is what I'm taking on holiday with me. Obviously for sewing other things, but I do usually take a sewing kit with me, so And this is just string that I've had for ages. I don't know where I got it from. It's not waxed. I have got wax string. So that's 1, 2, 3 is normally. Oh, and I did a silly thing last night. I got some Saint-Tropez just to brown my legs up slightly. I'm going to have to use that. The string's too big for the needle yet. The needle. And I decided just to have a wee try before I went to bed, which is very silly. So I squirted it on my hand. As you can see, it's a lovely shade. And, rubbed it on my arm. It's my arm looks all right, but my hand doesn't, so I'm going to have to try and scrub that off before I go. And I know for a fact, just, you know, you do it when you come out the bath, you put a nice moisturiser on and you cover your hands, you wear gloves. But I just thought, oh, you know, I'll be fine. Right, so I put it through the middle and keep a little bit, and then I put it through one of the other holes. Right, we'll see if we can get this. It's hard trying to do this at arm's length. There we are. Oh. That's it. Oh, don't pull it right through. And then you put it through straight across through the bottom one. Tags are falling out. And then into the middle one, and try when you put it into the middle one, if you keep hold of the string underneath and pull it to one side, it's just so that you don't split the thread or whatever your cord or whatever you're using with your needle, because then you can't tighten it. That's it. And then what you want is, you want one thread one side of this and the other thread the other, and then this is when you pull it tight and make sure it's tight there, and then just tie it in a knot. So 2 right over left and the opposite, left over right. Now if you want, you can leave them and put little dangles on them. It's entirely up to you, but that is that. Now they're not going to slip out now, which I'm quite pleased with. As I said, I was swithering whether to put it in 2 signatures, but I'm keeping it in 3. So now what I want to do is I want to decide where I'm putting this. Don't want it on there. No. I think probably what I'll do is I'll put it on these papers, on the coffee dyed papers, and it'll just give them a bit of, so I need more fabric tack. And just a straight thin line of fabric tack would be nice, Julie. Looks like. I don't think it matters which way this goes. And then, oh, that's what happens when you cut paper with scissors. It's not sharp enough to cut material. Right, and then you've got a little bit showing there. I'm not too bothered. I won't put any on there because that's got a pocket. I'll put some on this one, Fabri-Tac. Right, just let me get these out the way. Oh, another one like a dog's hind leg. Okay, that's someone at my door. Just bear with me a few minutes. Right, hi, that's me sorted my husband out. He's been doing errands and he now has to travel over to Edinburgh. So he's in a hurry. Right. There, see, it looks quite nice. I did get some of this and I was just wondering if that would be nice on it, but I've never used it before, so I did cut a piece. It's a bit like it's like the 60s shaggy coats that you used to get. I'll have a go at putting some on. I've got a spare one here. Right, let me wipe that. Right. We'll see what it's like. It's just with it being like a wool thread. It's alright with bubble yarn and things like that. You can, oh, this one's not too bad. I thought it would be, because when I was trying to hold it out straight earlier, it was like twisting. So it might stick some of the fibres down, but I'm not, oh, here. I'm not bothered about it sticking some of the fibres down, but I'll just hold that. Oh, it's quite nice. It's quite like that. I would have liked it if they'd had it in different colours, but they didn't. They just had that, just had it in this like beigey off-white colour. Yeah, it's stuck a couple of the fibres, but that's fine. Should really get my dressmaking scissors out for that. Oh, like that, that's nice. I wasn't quite sure about it. Oh, I keep bringing that hair stuck. My fingers have got glue on, that's it. Alright, so that's that. We've got that pocket. add a bit of a, and then we've got that. So I think we'll just leave. Right, so that one, and then yeah, they're a bit too bobbly, so you can trim them down. I wasn't sure when I was doing it whether it was, you can cut the black lines off. And then just fold that one over there, and then you've got yourself, so you can cut the black lines off or you can ink it. Personally, I would cut the black lines off. There's plenty of paper there, it doesn't have to have the black lines on. As I say, they're just a guide for cutting and also for using on the scan and cut. Yeah, that looks better. And then you can do your wax seals and things like that. So there's a nice little envelope to go in. What I like to do is I like to put the envelopes so that the flap, because I like to decorate the envelopes, and then when you look at it as a page, it's nice. It's a nice, that's how I like to do it. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. As I say, I do apologise for the last video. I'll hopefully will never do that again, but leave me a comment. You know, tell me what you're doing, what you're not doing. Are you going away this year? If you would like to carry on and watch me finish this travel journal, and then I'll be going on to the spring journal, and that will be a full, it won't be a TN notebook. Just hit the bell for notifications, subscribe obviously first, and then hit the bell for notifications. So thank you very much. Bye, see you next time.